Hello everybody, Coda here. Today we're going to be doing some programming, or learning programming really. We might not get into fully programming this episode, depending on how long it runs, but nonetheless we're going to learn. So, the first thing we need to know about programming, or really what we're going to be learning is Java in this video, and specifically how to make plugins. So the first thing we need to know is what is an IDE. So this is an example of an IDE. Alright, this is a plugin that I was working on, and this I know it looks complicated. This is some other stuff. This is to do with databases, but essentially what this is a this whole thing is an IDE. So this is Eclipse. This is a very popular and common IDE. I used to use this one for a while until I switched to IntelliJ, another free IDE. Now, what is an IDE? An IDE stands for an Integrated Development Environment. So what this IDE will do is if I write, say, some Java code or a program, what it'll do is it'll allow me to sit here and click Run. It'll compile all my code together and run it, and then it'll output all of the errors or all the console out down to here. It'll so for example, let's say I'm writing some code, and I'll say let's say I do a typo, and when I'm declaring a string object, I type string. So we'll say string, like we're trying to declare a string object called name. Okay. So if we try to declare that, as you can see, there's some red lines. This is a common thing with an IDE. Oh, well, this is another good example. So as you see, it'll say string is not resolved, and it'll suggest change it to string. So that's correct. Then what we'll notice is that we already have an object named name in this method. So it's going to tell us this is a duplicate variable name. So it'll suggest a name change, basically changing it to 1. All IDEs have something like this, for the most part. Now, an IDE isn't exactly needed, however, it's the most efficient and easiest way of programming, because you could write a plugin in Notepad. However, you're going to spend a lot of your time trying to figure out why things aren't working, reading code over and over again. This will really cut down a lot of that time and cut down a lot of that stress. The next thing is JREs and JDKs. So we'll open up Firefox here, and we'll, the other thing you need to do is, you need to install a JDK. So most people have JREs installed. If you're playing Minecraft, well, in more recent versions of Minecraft, you don't need Java installed at all, actually, because that's integrated. But for the most part, if you're running a Java program, you need a JRE. So if we look up Java install, you can usually, the Java install, the installing just Java itself, we're going to be programming in Java 8, by the way. But so right here, just you can see, just java.com/en, or whichever region you're in, download will bring you to the download page where you can download Java, and this will allow you to run Java-based files, and yeah. Next thing is JDKs. So JDK stands for Java Development Kit. So you need a JDK to start developing code in Java. So if we look up JDK 8 install. We're not going to use Yahoo because Yahoo's awful. Boo. Google. Yay. Okay. So JDK install. As you can see, this is through oracle.com. That's also Oracle. Oracle or java.com will work. Just make sure you're getting it from a reliable source. And see here, Java Platform Standard Edition, JDK. There'll be a few notes, early release information, things like that. But generally, if you just, JDK platform right there, you download that, you'll have to accept the license agreement, and then you can download whichever one you need depending on your operating system. And it'll work on Linux, Mac, and Windows. Now, next thing is JVMs. So JVMs are something really important for you to understand. Maybe not as important right now, but still very important. So what is a JVM? A JVM is a Java virtual machine. So to explain that, you first really need to understand what a virtual machine is. A virtual machine is basically a computer inside of a computer. So a JVM is basically a virtual machine that is reliant on Java to run. So the beauty of Java is that it can run on any operating system. That's the amazing part about it, is it can run on any operating system, and you don't have to worry about it messing up generally, because the Java code is interpreted on the side of the computer. So if I run, my program on my computer is going to sit there and read the code, interpret it, and understand it how my computer would understand it. But if I run it, say, on one of my parents' computers, it will run it and understand it and read it differently based on how their computer is set up. That's the beauty about it. So what a JVM does is it basically creates a virtual machine whenever you run your Java program, and it runs that program inside that virtual machine. And the beauty of a JVM is that it doesn't mean that your program is just isolated to that JVM. Your program can still interact with files on your computer elsewhere, but it means that it's a lot harder for a Java program to crash your computer, because once that JVM crashes and it runs out of resources, there's not much else it can do. It'll just crash that JVM, and then you don't have to worry about it. So now we're going to get into the more Minecraft related stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to get the Spigot.jar. Alright, sorry about that pause. I'm still getting a little bit over a cold, so if I pause occasionally, it's probably because I'm coughing my lungs out. Alright, so now we're going to learn how to get the Spigot.jar. Alright, so what we need to do is Google Spigot. We'll go to Google, and we're going to look up Spigot build tools. Now, the other part that you need about this is that you need GitHub installed. So GitHub is a version control system, and I'll get into GitHub at a later date. And this is something that if you're planning on getting into a programming career, I highly suggest you learn this. It's a very, very valuable resource. It's fantastic for up-and-coming programmers, and you can also learn a lot from it. But if you just install, if you look up Google GitHub Desktop. If you look up GitHub Desktop, desktop.github.com, and you download it, this will allow you to do these build tools. So we're going to do, this is for version of Minecraft 1.9.4. As you can see, the date is 6/7/2016. So what we're going to do is, as you see, it'll give you the commands that you need to do, and I'll put this as well in the description so that you can understand how it works. So now what you need to do is you go up to the top, and it'll give you, I just gotta find the download for it. There it is. There you go. So you download the build tools. We'll save these. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put these on this. Okay. So now what we're going to do is basically just, once you have the GitHub desktop installed, you may need to restart, you may not. Depends. So now what you do is you just basically will right click on that, not shift right click. Oh wait, no, my bad. So you don't want to shift right click on the actual jar file itself, but if you want to, but what you do is you right click in an open space and you click git bash here, okay? And that option will only be available if you have GitHub desktop installed, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab that command that I gave you, right here. So just to give you an idea of what this means, so Java is the base command for running a Java archive, and then this basically just means revision and then the name in the version. So now paste that in there, and we don't actually even need to I don't even need to enter. Oh, I know why. It's because our jar name is different. Okay, yeah, because I've downloaded this before. That should work. What? Oh, okay, hold on. Complications. There you go. Okay. So, as you'll see, that'll start going down. It'll start, taking everything out and putting it all here. I will skip past this part because I already have it downloaded. But in the end, it'll basically just output 2 files. And we'll cut this out here. Actually, I put my Dropbox in there. Pause the video real quick. Alright, back. So as you can see, we've got the jar file here. Except for you, I'm gonna take a drink. I have to keep my throat keeps getting dry. So now that we have all that, actually, we can close it out. Okay. So now we have all that. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you guys how to set up a development server. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new folder. We're just gonna call it dev server. Okay. I'm gonna bring that into there. We'll actually make a copy of that and put that out here. Okay, so dev server, and then what we want to do is we want to oh, okay, no. So we're gonna write a batch script really quick. Let's create a text document. I'm gonna name it run. Oh, also, for those of you that don't have this set up, as you can see, I can see the file extensions. Just do that really quick. I'll show you all how to set that up. If you go to View, and then go to, if you're on Windows 10, it'll be View, and then File Name Extensions. If not, I think it's under Options, and then it'll pop up like a little box over here, and then, yeah, it should say Show Extensions of Known File Types or something like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to edit this. No. What is this doing? Okay, Notepad++ is crashing. Okay, we'll just do it in regular Notepad. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a launching script for the server. Okay, so if we just do Java -jar and then Spigot and then the name of this file right here. So if you change the name of that, you want to set it to the same name as that. And .4.jar. And then you're going to say -xmx, and then we're going to only do about half a gig to this. There you go. -xms, and then same thing, 512 megabytes. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me if I do something wrong here. Okay. File. Save. Okay. Okay, yeah, it crashed. Why is it crashing? We're gonna do now. This is another thing we can do. This is a little bit of batch scripting. So you just do pause. Then it'll keep that window open. Let's see why it's doing that. Huh. Why is it saying that? That's weird. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Wait, let me read that again. Okay, this is a common thing. So actually, let me explain this really quick while we're looking at that. What these are something you're gonna see so often when programming, and these are this is an error, of course. And basically what we can do, this is the beauty of Java. So it'll say exception and then the thread name, and then usually the exception name, and then sometimes a message, and then it'll say lines usually. So it'll say, the line that it's having it at, and it'll say some other information, and this will allow you to kind of really debug your program and figure out what the issue is, because if you be realistic, your code will never never work 100%. Oh, I think I realized what I did wrong, by the way. Let me see if this works. I was just looking up the launch script on the other screen so that I could figure out if I was doing something stupid. And I think I know why. I just pulled this from the Minecraft Gamepedia thingy. And 1.9.4.jar. Okay. Let's see if that works. There we go. Okay. So now this is launching up. If you're on Mac, sorry, I don't really know Macs very well. I don't really work with Macs. The launch script should be this. Well, no, the launch script might be. No, launch script should be the same because that's just Java. So now, once you launch it up for the first time, it should close, and then you want to go into the EULA and you want to change the word false to true, not try you, whatever the hell that means. Okay, there we go. And then you just run again. So, oh Jesus, hold on, that's launching up with a lot of RAM. Hold on, I just realized that doesn't need that much RAM. Holy Jesus. Okay, we're gonna change that to 512. I should probably explain what these mean. Okay, so these are basically just RAM arguments and how much memory you're allowing it to take up. So M means megabytes. If we change that to gigs, that'd be 512 gigs. Not doing that. That just wouldn't work. There you go. Now it's launching over 512 megabytes of RAM. Okay. As you can see, it's going to launch up with everything. It's preparing the area. Region 2. Alright, done. So we should be able to do /help in here, and it should give us all the commands. Yeah, okay. So server's running, and we can close that out. As you can see, all the files are here for the server. Now if you want to connect to this, all you would do is you could either put this in there, hold on, 1.2.7.0.0.1, that's your local IP address, or you could put in just simply localhost, and that'll also connect you to it. Now that all that's set up, we can actually kind of get into the fun stuff and start programming. Let me see how long this video has been going. 20 minutes. I think I'm going to end the video here, and now that we've got all that, good 20-minute video, that should be good for now, and then I'll post another video today as well about programming and actually getting into the programming. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed getting set up and getting started, and learning something. I'll tell you right now, if you're coming to these videos to just copy and paste code so you can show it off to your friends, that's not what we're doing here. We're actually learning programming. Programming is something that I'm really passionate about, and I think that I want to share that passion. It's a lot of fun. It's a good challenge. So hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to comment if you have any questions. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like it if you liked it. Bye.